Hi, everyone. Welcome to our stress management class. We're in the middle of the week, and hopefully you've had a chance to already get in and take a little look around our course. My name is Dr. Ensign, and I'm going to be the one who's going to be guiding you through this class. Hopefully the information will be super useful to you and applicable to you as you begin to find some balance in your lives and maybe come up with some strategies that can help you have some better outcomes related to stress and anxiety. So let me run through each week. We're going to do a quick overview of the week, and I'll give you some things to kind of pay attention to and maybe answer some of the questions like commonly that we had issues with from the week before and kind of get you set up for success during the week. So here we are, week one. You'll notice that the modules for week 1 and 2 are both open. And the reason for that is I know you guys are busy. Sometimes, you have things going on in the weekends where it doesn't really make it possible to do the kind of coursework that you normally would catch up on. You might be having to go out of town. Let's say you have a friend who's getting married or, something going on family-wise, maybe just don't feel good, whatever. It gives you some flexibility in working ahead if you know in advance that things are going to be an issue. So you will always have 2 modules open, but each week, one of those modules, the first one that's open, will have due dates. So pay attention to those due dates. For this week, you have 2 things due on, or actually 3 things due on Thursday. The stress vulnerability questionnaire, pretest 1, and the chapter check-in for 1. Those are due by the end of the day, Thursday. On Friday, you have the first part of the discussion board that is due. Essentially what you're doing is putting together 10 images that are meaningful to you. You don't have to put your name on this. You don't have to provide any context as to why those images are included. I gave you a sample under discussion board. I put one together for me. It has more than 10 images, just things that mean something to me. So you're going to post that by Friday. If you want to draw it out rather than copy and paste images like I did, that's fine. You can use whatever medium you want. So you need to post just the pictures. There's no words for this discussion board by Friday. By Sunday, you'll need to respond to 2 peers. Find things that you have in common or things that are interesting to you. And each of those responses should be 100 words back to your peers. What we're doing is we're trying to look for ways to generate some conversation and develop some relationships between you and the 8 to 11 people that you've been put into a cohort with for this class. The rest of the things are also due on Sunday. So the technique number 1, the global health watch number 1, the reflection number 1, and then the post-test number 1, those are also due by the end of the day Sunday. You can find the links to all of those assignments right under the Module 1 tab. If you scroll down, you'll see hyperlinks that will take you directly to that. You can also access it directly from the Cengage link, but I would encourage you just to go in through our Compass site, because once you've gone through and clicked on all those assignments and done them, then you know you didn't forget anything. So a couple of things to maybe kind of get you started. If you haven't read through the syllabus, you need to do that. That's our starting point. That tells you what my expectations are, and it also will help you with knowing what we have coming up. The second thing you need to do is make sure that you purchase access to the Cengage materials. Everything that we're doing in this class, almost everything we're doing in this class, comes through Cengage. The discussion board prompts are pretty much the only thing that you don't need your Cengage access. So make sure that you go ahead and get that squared away. The link for doing that is also on Compass. And then the third thing is, I think it's helpful, and other students who've taken this class say it's helpful, is that you need to create a schedule for yourself. So go ahead and put those due dates down, those assignments. That way, as you're working through things during the week, you can make sure that you're not forgetting anything and that you're staying on track. It doesn't make sense in a stress management class for everything to be crammed in at the end when you're stressed about getting it turned in. This class will work much better if you can kind of chip away at things from the beginning of the week all the way through to the end of the week. And that gives you a chance to kind of settle in on some of the content, start to think about how it's going to apply to your life, and then move forward. So a couple tips just from working with Cengage. If you click on the assignment for Cengage and you do the start button, it will automatically submit your response as a completed assignment, even if you're just taking a look to see what it is, you don't really have that option. So once you've started it, you need to complete it in the same sitting. The second thing is just what I talked about. Don't try to do everything at the end of the week. That's so counterproductive to a healthy, balanced life and everything that we're trying to accomplish in this class in terms of coping and stress management techniques. Make sure that you watch my virtual lectures. I know that watching lectures probably isn't at the top of your list. So if you want to, go ahead and put me on 1.5 or 2 times speed, but at least then you're going to catch the content. There is so much good stuff in the book that just doing the assignments is only like the tip of the iceberg, and you're going to miss out on a whole lot of really good stuff that can apply to your life and really help you if you don't watch those. And then the last part, don't forget to respond to your peers on discussion board. So a lot of times people will lose points because they put their own post up, by, in this case, by Friday, and then they forget to go back and respond to their peers, and then they end up losing some points for that. So just make sure that you respond to your peers, put it on your list of tasks to complete. Hopefully the week is going well and we're settling in. I'll be back to check in with you again at week 2. If you have questions, best way to reach me is via email. If you'd like to meet, we can set up a Zoom meeting or some other way to get your questions answered. I'm happy to help, and I hope you have a really great experience in this class.